and himself hides out on the moor. Then there's a butterfly hunter called Stapleton, and his sister, who's really his wife, and an escaped convict related to Sir Henry's housekeeper, and it all gets a bit complicated. The climax, of course, is the appearance of the ghastly hound in pursuit of poor old Sir Henry, who is rescued by Holmes and Watson, and the mystery revealed. There are a few other characters in the original story, but Marty had cut them out. You'll understand why. I was cast in the female lead, Miss Stapleton, the woman Sir Henry Baskerville falls for. Marty himself was playing Sir Henry. He couldn't play Holmes because he wasn't the right shape. Everyone who thinks Holmes thinks along the lines of Basil Rathbone in those wonderful black and white movies, or Jeremy Brett in the old television series. Marty was short and dumpy with a plump face, receding fair curly hair and spectacles. He bore a strong resemblance to a teddy bear. I wasn't sure myself that he was right for the role of Sir Henry Baskerville, but perhaps I didn't look right for the part of an exotic beauty like Miss Stapleton, so I couldn't criticise. I am on the short side, and my hair is clipped close to my head, except in front where it's longer and sticks up like a bushy tiara. I was persuaded to have this style by a trainee hairdresser with ambitions. Marty had found someone called Nigel, who was tall and thin, to play Sherlock Holmes. My friend Ganesh was playing Dr. Watson. I know Dr. Watson in the stories is an Indian, but I'd felt strongly that Gan would be good in the part. Ganesh had been difficult to persuade, never having had any particular interest in the stage, but we'd kept on at him because Marty had taken strongly to the idea of having Ganesh in the role. Even with two of us working on him, he held out, but finally it was his Uncle Hari who settled it for us. Hari has a secret romantic streak, which normally finds its outlet in watching endless videos of Bollywood films. He was convinced that to have Ganesh playing Watson at the Rose Pub was the first step on the stairway to the stars. Hari's enthusiasm for the whole project of the play was alarming. He was even prepared to allow Ganesh to leave the shop early to get to rehearsals, provided he didn't do it too often. We had been reading through the play over at my flat. This hadn't proved as straightforward as it sounds. Marty, who had printed it out, was mildly dyslexic, and deciphering his script in the nature of an adventure. We had all become somewhat short-tempered by the time a chunky, frizzy-haired girl asked about costumes. As she was to play two roles, Sir Henry's housekeeper and Holmes's landlady, Mrs. Hudson, she had a special interest. Marty told her he'd decided she was to pad herself out with foam rubber to be plump for Mrs. Hudson, and wear a mob cap to cover her hair. For Sir Henry's housekeeper, she'd be thin again and wear a pince-nez. Marty himself had made a pince-nez out of wire, and the mob cap was actually a large shower cap he'd borrowed from his landlady. He produced both articles from a plastic bag with an air of modest triumph. It didn't have quite the effect he'd hoped for. The frizzy-haired girl was particularly unimpressed. Had we to make all our own costumes, or could we run to hiring them from a proper theatrical costumier? She demanded with some asperity. No need, Marty assured us. Apart from the fact we didn't have any money, costumes were supplied by Freddie. Encouraged by this, we'd progressed from the reading to the pub for a pint. After that, we went upstairs to inspect the costumes left over from other productions Freddie had put on, a Victorian music hall among them. Marty opened the lid to the laundry basket, releasing a powerful, musty smell. Nigel said, "Phew, it whiffs a bit, doesn't it? Are you sure someone didn't hide a body in there?" Marty plunged in his hand and withdrew the first item. It was a dusty bowler hat. "There we go!" he exclaimed, buffing it up with his sleeve and then holding it out to Ganesh. "Forget it," said Ganesh, rearing back. "I'm not wearing a bowler hat." "It's all right, mate," said Nigel consolingly. "I've got to wear a deer stalker. Freddie's borrowing one from somebody. There's no way anyone can look anything but a prat in a deer stalker." "That," said Ganesh stiffly, "is because you are Holmes. I am only Watson." So that was it. It wasn't the bowler at all. Despite his professed unwillingness to act in our play at all, Ganesh was secretly miffed at not playing the lead. We were into our first episode of artistic...